Yes, right? They carry it, they drive their trucks, they fly on planes, and they deliver it, right? So now it just comes faster, but it's the still kind of main concept of taking mail, writing a letter, and having it delivered somewhere else, right? Yes, John.
We used birds, but now we use airplanes.
Right, but we didn't write that down under historic events, right? So we were looking just at our historic events and seeing how can we expand on this and keep this as a thesis. So that's good. We're good. Okay, now what we're going to do, I'm going to put this back up as a guide. You're going to keep, this is A that you have. On the front page you'll see expository essay option A, right? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in groups. Pass those back, please. Pass those back, please. There you go. Those back. Okay, so this is going to be your partner one. I'm going to put you guys in groups. Let's see. Reyes, can you scoot down right here, please? With both your papers. And Liz, can you move right here for me, please? Jacqueline, can you scoot over one? Okay, if I make you guys a group, do you feel like you need to get closer or to them? If you guys are all one group, do you feel like you need to get closer, or are you okay talking this one way? You're good? Okay. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the strategy that we've been using. You guys are gonna be a group. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You 4. And you 4. Jose, do you need to move over there, or do you feel like you can communicate with them? You got it? Okay. So you 4, you 3, and you 4. Okay? So your group members are going to help you develop these topics and ideas and examples as we go along. I'll be coming around and assisting you. I'm just going to help you start it off. So on you have option A just next to you as a sample of your notes, right? So just treat them as your notes. So after you write your name, date, period at the top, what do you think you should do as you're looking over option B, this whole big thing on here? What should you do? Oh, I see Israel's already done it. What'd you do, Israel? And what is that? Or we could also call it, it starts with a P. Prompt. Exactly. So Israel's saying we should circle the prompt. Locate it and circle it, right? Some of us, maybe we need to write prompt next to it. Maybe we don't. We're drawing a box around it, okay, so that we know it. What's the next step? Yes, sir. 4 columns on the back, landscape style. Does it need to be even? Definitely need to be even. Yes, you can do it either way. You can draw them, freehand, or you can fold it. All depends, but you need to make sure that the lines are there again, right? Nice and clear. What do you do after you've drawn your columns? And what do you do after you draw your columns? Yes. Name the first one, prompt at the top. What is the second one going to be titled? Jessica.
Topic/ideas.
Yes. What's the third one? Leslie? Examples. And what's our last one going to be?
Working pieces.
Working thesis slash what?
Working ideas.
No. Working thesis slash working controlling idea. It's okay. Okay. Now after we have all of our titles written, then what do we do? Yes? You write the prompt. Do you write it however you want? Right, exactly. So that you make sure that you are going to be able to write this essay and not forget about any pieces of the prompt. Ask your team. Ask your team. What do you write? You shouldn't be looking at A, right? I said we're not using A at all, except as a sample. So what prompt should you be copying? B. Should only be copying prompt B. Good, good, good. I know it's a lot of flipping. This is how you're going to be doing it. It's teaching you the strategy that you can use on the back of your star paper. If you see a layout like this, take advantage of the back of it and draw out these 4 columns and start doing your thinking process, writing the prompt, the topics and ideas, examples, and then your working pieces. Make sure you're helping each other so that you can stay on task. Only writing the prompt from B, not from A. Okay. Are some of us ready for the next thing? Okay. So now, what is it? What's the next step? What's the next step? Jessica? Brainstorm. Yes. Good. Brainstorming. This is what you're going to do in your groups. And I'm going to walk around and make sure that we're doing it right. What are we going to be brainstorming about? What are we going to be brainstorming about? Andreas? Yes. Advice that you would give to a person to ensure what? To ensure that a person becomes the best at any task attempted, right? Not just one type of task. And a couple hours before, some students were thinking, oh, I'm just going to talk about things related to sports. No. We want to talk about anything. These have to be pieces of advice that can be applied to any situation. If you're trying to pass a law exam, if your best friend hurts your feelings, if you want to do well on your basketball team, if you want to get through college, right? These are pieces of advice. They'll make sure that the other person will be successful at what they're doing. So think about pieces of advice that you've given to your friends or family members, or you've heard people give to you that are encouraging, right? Pieces of advice to make sure that that person does the best that they can do. Okay, so an example of that is, so when I did mine, and Ms. Hyde did hers as well. We wanted to make sure that we did this right. So when we did ours, we were coming up with the ideas. We said, oh, a piece of advice that we give to someone that comes to us, you know, that wants to be the best that they can be, we say, don't give up. So not giving up would be one of the ideas or topics. Not giving up. Because is that a piece of advice that's ensuring that that person will be the best at what they're doing? Any task? Right. Don't give up. It applies to anything, right? Good, John. So that's something that you can write down. That's your gimme. I'm giving it to you. Gimme. So not giving up is a good one, right? Okay. now in your little groups, I'm going to walk around and make sure that you guys are brainstorming. Make sure that you use those people. These people all have different ideas. Each one of the people around you have different ideas on ways to give advice, right? Everyone's different. So use them. Use them to your advantage. Everyone knows something different, okay? Let's do that now. Any advice? Any advice?
Yeah. Be the best you could be. Be the best you could be.
Yes. Very good.
I would do more than hard.
Good. That's really good. How do you guys do it? You do it, you could do it. Or just keep trying. I like this one. Just keep trying, right? What else? What else? What if you couldn't help it? What would you help it with?
You can't achieve anything, well, actually, no. There's something along the lines of if you fail, get back up.
Oh, fall down 100 times.
Or look to others, maybe ask for help. Ask for help, and you said something that sounded like learning about it. Right? We were talking about looking internally, right? Look to yourself. But if you can't do that, you could look to others, like you were saying. What else?
Oh, find inspiration.
Keep on what?
Dreaming.
Keep on, not so much keep on dreaming, but you kind of have it right here, right? Just do it.
Keep believing in your goals.
Keep believing in your goals. Keep believing in yourself.
Yeah, but still giving up. Giving up is the same thing as keep calm.
You can do that.
It's keep calm and never give up. That's the same thing as not giving up. So, give me another one then. Give me another one.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. When you fall, get back up. When you fall, get back up again. When you fall.
All different uses of advice.
Nothing is
No, that's because you stole one of ours. How do you spell succeed?
It's perfect, right?
I'm dumb.
Don't say that.
C-C-E-D.
So what do you have? See it, what you do.
Like fight for what you
Don't let it.
Fight for what you want, right? What else? What do you have to do? Maybe your parents say, if you just keep doing this over and over again, what is that called when you do something over and over again?
try. Just don't give up.
Don't give up, but what are you doing when you do something over and over again?
This coming Monday is a student holiday. If you are
Oh, yeah, it is.
on to
Practicing.
Yes. Practicing, right? That's important.
But let's try
Practice
again.
makes perfect.
late in the morning.
All right, and what's the next step that we're going to do after we come up with some examples? Or sorry, some ideas.
Cowboys, 805.
Oh, stupid.
Make sure you're here every day.
Generating some of those examples, right?
And
So
the
we need to
Cowboys
make sure that we're
advisory
writing
group
helps.
again, 805 is the tardy time.
Make sure you're writing helps. And
All right, that
I
concludes this afternoon's announcements.
definitely
Cowboys,
suggest writing out what each
Cowboys
means.
are great every day, and every day Cowboys are great. Let's make it a great afternoon, Cowboys. Yeehaw!